My name is Nick Bros, founder and CEO of TMC Marketing. I am here with Lauren Rosa, owner and CEO of BungeeONE Studios. Hello, Lauren. Thank you for joining me today.
Hi, Nick. Thanks for having me.
So, Lauren, I just want to talk a little bit about kind of the growth of your business and a little bit about social media and how that played a factor in. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about kind of where you started to where you are today with BungeeONE?
Sure. So the studio started in 21, and we are a very niche market in the fitness industry. Bungee Fitness is very ground floor, not a lot of attention or even knowledge around what it is that we offer, what it is that we do. And so social media has been pivotal in gaining the attention that is necessary, of course, in this day and age to actually grow our brand, create some awareness around what exactly Bungee Fitness is. When we first started out, it was just one studio in Fort Worth. And we then decided to go ahead and franchise that. Since then, we have been able to open 2 additional studios with a third on the way. So that'd be 4 total by the end of this year. Actually, by the middle of this year, we're hoping for much more by the end. But one of the key factors in bringing on these new studios is the fact that we already have a social media presence that was gained largely in part by your help, Nick. But that's really been a huge draw for these folks that are investing in this business, and the fact that they have that social media presence from jump, and it's been very beneficial.
That's awesome. Yeah, and we've been working with you for about 2.5 years at this point. And I know it kind of, when you launched this business originally, you were doing a lot of it yourself. And there kind of came a point where doing both of them wasn't really working. So can you tell me a little bit about what factored into that decision to make the jump from doing it yourself to, working alongside us?
Yeah, it was absolute torture. I tried to take this all on myself. I thought, so simple. I can do this. I can take on both. I'm great at design. I'm great at, running my studio. However, doing both at the same time was just very overwhelming. I felt like I couldn't be a very successful owner, boss, operational. I couldn't do any of that the way the job truly deserved whenever I was giving so much of my attention to the social aspect. It's a lot more of an undertaking than I ever assumed it would have been, definitely on a grand scale like this when we're talking about a franchise market. But even when it was just the one little Fort Worth studio, I felt like I was, trying to keep my head above water most days, just keeping up with all of it. So it's definitely helped a ton. I don't think that I could be the kind of leader that I am right now if I was still taking on both roles.
And so we'll touch a little bit on kind of where your social media is at today. I'll take just a little bit of credit for it, but a lot of it is just the awesome stuff that you do, and very grateful to be able to be a part of it. But just on YouTube alone in the last 28 days, and we'll show a little graphic of the analytics, you've reached over 71.7 million views, 300,000 hours of watch time, and gained over 179,000, close to 180,000 subscribers in just the last 28 days. But, as people look at this, what they don't see is the 2 years prior to this, we were grinding, posting stuff that got the 2 views and the 2 likes. And you probably wanted to kill us at a few points in time because you're like, why are we paying you for this? But, let's just kind of touch a little bit on the long-term thinking of social media. So, I know we kind of conveyed this to you when we started, that it's a marathon, not a race. So we were kind of building up that library of informational stuff, starting the first couple years, or for the first year, where we were getting 100, 200 views. Every once in a while, we get that one that jumped up in the thousands. Then year 2 was, okay, we started hitting a couple that were getting 10,000. Second half of that year, maybe 100,000. Now we have videos that are hitting in the millions. But does the long-term strategy, did it kind of start to piece together once you started seeing, okay, these millions of people are now seeing our videos and we have this library of information on our page? Like, so
whenever you first mentioned YouTube, I kind of rolled my eyes, like, whatever. nobody watches YouTube. Nobody looks at YouTube. However, I get more calls and more appointments now from YouTube than TikTok, than, Instagram. So I didn't initially trust the process. I was a little skeptical, but it makes sense. And it's been a healthy, consistent growth since we got started. I mean, you have to start from the ground floor. It's not like we're paying for subscribers or viewers or, people, followers, that want to see what we're doing. This is all organic growth that has been created, by you helping with algorithms and SEOs and all of these words that don't truly make all that much sense to me, but clearly you know what you're doing because it has helped build our presence tremendously.
I'm glad I can make it look like I know what I'm doing. And that's just on YouTube. I mean, TikTok has seen a lot of growth too. And when we talk about social media, it's a very top of funnel thing. And you'll hear marketers talk about the funnel. It's, awareness stage is at the top, and that's where a majority of social media sits. Now you create content for all the different stages of the funnel, but you want to feed as many people in as you can, get as many eyeballs on it, because then you're going to have, this small amount that converts. But if you have 0 people coming in at the top, you're going to have 0 people converting. So it's just that game of getting as many eyeballs on it. That's what we've tried to do. And like I said, it helps that you have something that's very unique and, that people want to see the content of, and we have a blast making that content. But the strategy rings true for anybody. You kind of have to stick with it. And we certainly appreciate you, sticking alongside us all this time. And now
I appreciate you putting up with us.
Always. Well, Lauren, I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your kind words, and here's to the next 2.5 years of even more success.
Let's go get them.